Hi and welcome everybody to another tutorial for Bitwig and my artist channel. Today I'd like to talk about sidechaining in drum and bass, and of course it's an old technique, but still there are several ways to use it. And in drum and bass, as you know, it's all about loudness, perceived loudness. Sometimes I listen to tracks which has like 1.5 lufs, something like that. And to achieve this kind of loudness and at the same time maintain punch and pressure, then of course it's mandatory to use sidechain. And the way I do it most of the time is probably not the most convenient, but at least in my opinion, the most accurate way. So basically, for this, I am using the same pattern which I showed you in the previous video about the polymer. But as you can see here, so this is a polymer bass. So let me close this to not get distracted, and that's basically the drums. And it sounds basically like this. By the way, the drums are from Aggressor Bunks. Also, check out their Patreon page. They have brilliant drums and also serum patches. So, and it's just for demonstration purpose. So this is basically the beat. And this is together with the bass. Again, nothing special. So normally you would like probably just extract bass and snare and hi-hats, of course, which I would do anyway, to gain more flexibility in terms of dealing with the audio material. But most of the time then you would run the bass drum and the snare drum in an audio sidechain, and then use this trigger and modulation to duck via compressor or loudness, volume, or something similar. Even EQs are you can think of. But why I realize this, especially for the snare, it's way too slow, especially, and it's of course kind of reasonable, because if you first have to, if the plugin first have to detect the audio signal, then let it process and then trigger it. Of course, this takes time, even with the smallest amount of latency. So the way my approach is differently. I create, so this is just the beat, and I create two MIDI tracks. The one I call snare sidechain, bass drum sidechain, and here it doesn't matter what kind of instrument is in here, it's about the notes. So as you can see here, I put this note exactly on the snare and this exactly on the bass, and as you can see, it's not very complex. You can follow all along here and see that it's super tight with the audio signal. And then I go here to my bass patch again, and I have this little thing here. It's a chain, and in this chain basically there are just two tools, and what I do is I use the input note sidechain signal. Here you can see STC, STC, CC, and let the note sidechain trigger the tool, the volume of the tool. And I have it in two separately, because this is for the bass drum and this is in another container. I'll explain why. So let me disable this and just run it, just let the polymer playing. Then you will realize that when the snare is playing, there's just like a button. It's so fast, it's like a button. It just reduces the volume. If I disable it here, and the same is here happening with the bass drum as a trigger, the bass drum note as a trigger here. The difference is that I inserted in a multiband effects because I just wanted to have the ducking, so the reduce of the volume in the lower frequencies. And this is because, yeah, I just don't want that the bass drum is like totally reducing the whole volume, because that does not sound nice. We can simulate it anyway. So again, I'll disable the beat, just the polymer. You see how it's reacting here. This is the bass. And as it is here in the multiband, I can also play around with the frequency where I want this the reduction. Now it's completely without any ducking, and then if I like lower to 30 Hertz, then it's almost like a switch on off. But I want it probably around 300, because then I still have enough room for the kick. And in total it does sound like this. And as it is so fast, you don't even realize that it gets ducked. But if I disable it, then you can exactly listen how the snare gets in the background. And also, if you want, you can also let's overdo it, then you get better the difference. So here, with this MIDI notes, you can now change the length. I mean, you can use your ears, but you can also see probably still too long, of course. Probably still a little bit too long. And of course, you can play with the envelope here to change this as well, right? So basically that's it. I mean, yes, you have to do the extra mile because of the MIDI notes. This, especially in longer projects, this might be a little bit annoying. But I think it's the effort worth, because then you can like really, really work like super precise on the ducking. I will provide the Node sidechain ducking rack on my Patreon channel, and so I hope you enjoyed, and if you would like to download, please subscribe to my Patreon channel and of course to my YouTube channel as well. Thanks a lot and peace.